In the early 1960s, something terrifying unfolded in the shadows of small towns across America. A group of seemingly harmless street performers, dressed as clowns, left a trail of terror and confusion in their wake. Behind the painted smiles and colorful costumes, a dark, sinister truth lurked. One that would go unsolved for decades. This is the story of the Clown Gang, a mysterious group whose actions have haunted the memories of those who lived through it. As we peel back the layers of this decades-old case, we uncover a chilling tale of manipulation, fear, and a criminal network that left an indelible mark on history. It all begins with a string of unusual disappearances. In a small town begin reporting that their children are vanishing without a trace. And the only link between these disappearances, the presence of clowns. At first, it's dismissed as coincidence, but then the reports start piling up. Witnesses claim to have seen the same group of clowns performing at each of the scenes, and their smiles were anything but welcoming. As police scramble to find answers, the community grows increasingly fearful. These clowns weren't just entertainers, they were haunting the streets. With each coincidence of their presence becomes impossible to ignore. But the question remains, what is the true purpose of these clowns? Were they mere performers, or did their painted smiles hide a far more sinister agenda? In a small office tucked away in the corner of the police station, an old file sits gathering dust. Inside it are accounts from witnesses and survivors who claim to have crossed paths with the Clown Gang. Interviews with those who lived through the terrifying months reveal a disturbing truth. The clowns weren't just performing. They were orchestrating something much darker. The clowns, it turns out, were a criminal network operating under the guise of innocent entertainers. Their performances were more than just for fun. They were a cover for something far more sinister. Through psychological manipulation, mind control, and fear, the Clown Gang was slowly building a network of followers, creating an atmosphere of terror that could control entire communities. But what were they after? What was their true purpose? And why did their performances end in violence and fear? As the investigation deepens, a reporter named Sarah Donovan uncovers a chilling connection. The disappearances in her town match a series of similar events that occurred years earlier, all involving the same clowns. The case grows even more mysterious as Sarah begins to uncover hidden files, long-forgotten police reports, and interviews with former circus performers who were once associated with the Clown Gang. Through these interviews, Sarah learns that the clowns weren't just entertainers. They were experts in psychological manipulation. They had a unique ability to implant fear into their victims and gain control over them. The plan was simple. Through fear, they would control the minds of the people, manipulating them into doing whatever they desired. But as Sarah digs deeper into the story, she begins to realize that this wasn't just the work of a few criminals. It was part of a much larger conspiracy, one that involved powerful figures in society. The true horror of the Clown Gang wasn't just in their acts, but in the system they had built around fear and control. In her pursuit of the truth, Sarah begins to uncover evidence of something even darker, a covert government program that had been manipulating the minds of civilians. The Clown Gang had been part of an experiment to test fear-based control tactics on the public, using their clown personas as a cover. It became clear that the gang's activities weren't just isolated criminal acts. They were part of a larger, more dangerous plan to control the masses through fear. As Sarah unravels the mystery, she realizes that the Clown Gang's true purpose wasn't just to terrorize for fun. They were testing a psychological experiment on unsuspecting civilians, a test that would shape the future of fear-based manipulation. But what they didn't count on was the growing resistance. Survivors, people who had escaped the gang's grasp, began to speak out, and their testimonies began to shed light on the true extent of the Clown Gang's reach. With the truth about the Clown Gang beginning to surface, Sarah races against time to expose the full extent of their actions. As she pieces together the puzzle, she uncovers the final pieces of the gang's plan, and they are more horrifying than she could have imagined. The clowns were not just performing in isolated towns. They were infiltrating communities, manipulating individuals at every level of society, from children to adults. They had a network that stretched across the country, and they were poised to expand it even further. In a shocking twist, Sarah discovers that some of the most powerful figures in the town had been part of the gang all along, using their positions to hide the true nature of the clown gang's operations. They had been orchestrating the fear, ensuring that the clown's plan would succeed. But by exposing the truth, Sarah takes away their power. The gang is finally unmasked, and their operations are shut down. However, even as the clowns are brought to justice, Sarah is left with a haunting realization. The network they created is far from over. Fear and manipulation are still out there, lurking in the shadows. And though the clown gang may be gone, their legacy of control remains. In the years that follow, the clown gang fades into the annals of history. But the scars they left behind are deep. Communities that once lived in fear are now trying to rebuild, but the damage done by the clown gang still lingers. Survivors struggle to heal from the psychological manipulation they endured, while others are left wondering just how many more gangs like this one exist, hiding in plain sight, waiting to strike again. As for Sarah, she never stops investigating. The truth about the clown gang may have been revealed, but the bigger question remains. How many more dark, unseen networks are out there, controlling us without us even knowing it? The case of the clown gang may be solved, but the legacy of fear they left behind is far from over. If you're ready to uncover the terrifying truth, subscribe and hit the bell icon. You won't want to miss what happens next. Do you think you can handle the truth? Drop a like if you're starting to connect the dots, and comment your thoughts below. The story may be over, but the truth is still out there. Share this video, subscribe, and join the fight for freedom from manipulation.